panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed, the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed is a bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. and let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you can put the panda into the bear. Move your hands for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you can put the panda into the bear. Move your hands for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you can put the panda into the bear. Move your hands for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you can put the panda into the bear. Move your hands for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you can put the panda into the bear. Move your hands for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you can put the panda into the bear. Move your hands for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you can put the panda into the bear. Move your hands for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you can put the panda into the bear. Move your hands for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you can put the panda into the bear. Move your hands for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you can put the panda into the bear. Move your hands for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you can put the panda into the bear. Move your hands for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. Bree is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You can put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You Can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Who you answer for the pink blue bear we call Bree? Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. He is the Bree, and Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You could put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the Bree, the Bree is the bear. You can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the
Ah. Yeah. Yeah, we're just doing some last minute changes.
Yeah. Yeah,
We're going crazy.
Look, we look different now.
Not that different.
I mean, it's not like, look, like there's more space, right? More activities, room for activities. But the section on the bottom has been removed, so it doesn't say like here anymore. That way, it opens up the floor for more.
So we're kind of around, but we're not out there.
Yeah. And we're slightly smaller.
Yeah.
That gives like more room for activities. Yeah.
Refresh that page for a second. It's supposed to have nothing in it.
Oh yeah. Empty.
We're going all of them now.
Alright, so this is everybody's songs. So if you don't get
one of everybody's song.
One of everybody's songs. Get picked, you get don't, but we're trying to do it different rather than the last time.
We're doing something different.
Yeah. We'll have made comments that seemed displeased our recording.
I saw the opportunity to make a big ass wheel. That's the real reason.
Yes, alright. Go.
Yeah.
That was
It is added.
So if I press this, and I press
Should be there, yay. Oh. Yeah, I speak loudly. But you might also be hearing her through my mic as well. A bit sensitive. You haven't changed your mic, Bree.
Huh?
You haven't changed your microphone.
It says raise a siren. Is that not what I'm using? Or is it a riff?
It's definitely the Res Siren. Always scuffed. Always some new scuff.
Oh my god. I don't think I can fucking choose it because I've already started up the stream. It won't select my video.
Oh man. So it isn't there at all? Well, you're looking at speakers anyway.
No, it's gonna be fucking unedited, raw fucking audio.
Okay.
Why was it like, why? I don't think I've played anything other than, like, thing is, I haven't played Beat Saber since the last time we streamed. And it's not fully fixed because then it'll pick up on Jordan because I don't have the fucking... I'm not using my soundproofing. I'm gonna punch a wall and then fucking ram my head through my own asshole. Fuck. I'm so angry. Slap a fucking sticker on me. Send me off, I'm done. I'm cooked. Yeah, just fist through the fucking wall. Bruh.
Meow.
Yeah, I need a scuffed sticker, to be fair. I thought the middle section was really interesting. There was some weird little notes and sort of screaming sound effects, which was interesting. The only issue and that I sort of had with it was that some people, they'll put the other thing in, they'll do the symbols and then they'll do the thing. I can't fully read symbols. I have more time following along if it's the Japanese word thing. So like I lost the plot of where I was, and then I just started reading, and because I was paying more attention to reading, I didn't really get to listen to the song because I was paying more attention to reading words in my head.
You mean you prefer blocks of text as opposed to Japanese and the direct translation underneath? Is that what you're trying to say? Line by line?
I can't read these letters, is what I'm saying. So I can read the English. So if I saw like
So you can pick up like rhythmic structures? Is that?
Well, like I'd be able to understand and do the rhythm and all that stuff and give more better advice if I saw the word, like, you know how you write kawaii? It's like Kawai, whatever the fuck. Because I'm having a brain fart. Whatever the hell that is called, where it's the actual language, like in English letters. Yeah, like if I could just see it like that, then I wouldn't have been drawn away. So I can't give any thoughts and opinions on this except for the good thing that I liked. I don't know if there were any negatives without
distracted by the fancy lettering.
Yeah, because like I can't find where I'm up to. Yeah, because again, I don't speak Japanese fluently, so I would be listening out for what it sounds like. So I would be like, okay, she just finished saying karawa or something, so I would look for karawa or something, or like des or something, and so I would be looking for that, so I could find.
The song was going too fast for you to keep up because you couldn't see
where I was at, like, because I don't.
You could see what the lyrics were, but you couldn't see where you were.
Yeah, and this is why, like, it's like if I just fucking understood Japanese, I wouldn't have to worry, right? Like, if I just took the lessons and did it, but it's like I don't have the time in a day to learn a whole language, let alone survive 2025. So. But yeah, like I did like the part in the middle with the screaming and the sort of like fight here and there, like pulling themselves in and out of like it almost felt like an argument type of thing, because obviously the lyrics are about like a relationship that is like possibly going sour, and she's being like, if I don't have you in my life, because even though we have our ups and downs, it's a hard step. So yeah, I like the lyrics and that middle section. I don't know if I can say anything negative about it, so yeah, but that's just because I need to listen to it again probably. I probably won't though. But anyway, yeah.
That derailment there. I'm a bit off as well. The song itself was actually kind of like delightfully strange. It was like a lot of notes that you wouldn't typically use. But I always like the weird stuff. I always like stuff slightly out of tune so that you pay more attention to it. I guess there were a couple of hiccups in the vocals. It was like there was a falsetto that didn't transition too well towards the end. Maybe a couple more runs of like a replace might have worked. But for the most part, it was okay. I actually didn't hear any degradation either, so that was even better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good start.
All right. Well, yeah. Again, sorry for any fucking. We're just getting right into it. Things have changed. I think that's changed my brain, and the microphone not working. Oh my god. So we're out here trying, or at least I am.
We got an Artemis.
Hey.
An Artemis.
All right. That I liked as like a concept, right? The skittering around my head sort of feeling, hearing it in my headphones, sort of front and back. That was nice, and the way that they were whispering and saying the things. I felt though that as much as I liked that part and the whole idea of it, right? I felt like it was just that and then that like amazing thing and then it was just repeated again and then repeated again and then a lot of like open empty space. For me I felt like it sort of could have been better if it had maybe a little bit more lyric somewhere. Like even if it was just this, right? And then some kind of like middle section of like your main like hook and then a repeat of this again would have been fine. So maybe just something in the middle that would like spice it up slightly and then this again to fade out near the end would have been perfect. But yeah, no, I like this enough. I'm definitely going to stick this onto the shelf just because of its different like sound and I do like that like sort of what do I call it, clittering? No, not clittering. Oh my god, what? Hello? What's the word? Skittering. Oh my god. Hello? 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 What when your downstairs area is glittery? What am I even saying? But yeah, like I'm gonna stick it on my bottom shelf because I think it's good. I like that sound and it felt like it was going around my head, which I've been experimenting with that kind of stuff as well, so I can appreciate the way that it's come together.
Yeah.
Glittering. Who even am I?
Glittering. Good work. Good work.
Bruh.
So, I'll try not to go on a rant with this one. Like this song was very original and very atmospheric. I really like the atmosphere. What annoys me is that, I mean, I've seen you on trending before, like show up on trending. And considering the amount of likes this has, it probably didn't quite reach there this time. But if this appeared on trending, it would finally give me hope that there's actually something going on that's positive for the entire community. I've seen like 80% of the same crap. I'll be completely honest with you. And if this was here to like break it up occasionally, this would definitely give me hope for the future. Sorry, hope for the future. I was just dying in my throat. It's right.
We're all dying.
It was like the hook and the gimmick of the song did kind of die off, like Bree said. Probably about a quarter of the way, half of the way. So as a concept, it was great. And I liked the fade out of the instruments towards the end as well. I'm usually a fan of that. I'll usually put in like orchestral strings at the end of a song, whether it's calm or angry. So this was a really good track. Probably the best one in the last couple streams, I think. Really original, really nice.
Different.
Keep it up. You're usually doing good stuff anyway, so it just sucks you didn't end up on trending on this one.
I like the one about the doors and the apartments or whatever it was. I did a while ago, yeah. Monday.
Something no fake, I think. Whoa, close and fuck.
Oh, surprise apple pie on a Monday. Wait, that's nuts.
Crazy.
I want surprise apple pie.
You're not getting any.
Okay.
Should be in the list.
The lyrics are just fade to end.
It was a test to see if Suno could end a song.
The whole thing is just ending. Kanan, you're ruining it. You're ruining it.
What?
Kanan ruined it. He's ruining it.
No.
But I'll tell you exactly what game.
I'll also tell you what game.
Yeah? Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
No, I definitely am not.
Okay, so this would have been like, so okay, I'll do the negative positive. So negative, it is very repetitive, right? But positive, it's repetitive enough that it would be in a game, right? Games like Sackboy and Little Big Planet and even Splatoon would feature songs like this, especially Sackboy, because I've been playing it recently and I've heard almost this exact song, but like slightly different, obviously, because this is not in the game, but like something very similar. So yeah, do with that what you will. What do you think?
Yeah, that was a quick review.
Yep. It was, yeah. I'm trying to
See, for me, it wasn't like I'm hearing the Little Big Planet now, but immediately after I started hearing it, it was kind of more like a PS1 game called Driver or Driver 2. Kind of reminded me of it, made me nostalgic for them polygons. Maybe you should take that song, maybe clean it up a bit, and submit it to someone, like an indie developer, because that definitely would work for a menu song, maybe for like a clone of Fall Guys or something.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think. See, I can't really say anything negative about the repetitiveness because it does sound like menu music, and
Mm.
it's interesting enough that the repetition doesn't bother me. But I think Pope's like he's already figured out what kind of music he wants to make because he's been doing some really good instrumentals, like the streams that we've had with him in it. I think it's really good. There's not really anything negative that I can say, except maybe that the didgeridoo sounds like 25% mouth harp.
Yeah. It sort of
But I don't think you
goes
could
in
fix
and
that.
out of, yeah. So I was going to say I thought it was didgeridoo at the beginning as well, but then it turned into mouth harp and it was like.
I mean, there's a higher chance your song will come up, I guess, because I've put every submission in the wheel this time.
Yeah, you just got to cross
if
your
you're,
fingers
like-
and scratch that winning number.
Like if you're not played, and you haven't, yeah, basically if you're not played, we're gonna like maybe wait it a little bit for next time, so you have a better chance.
Alrighty.
I said mouth harp because I was trying to avoid being political. Kanan! Oh, hold on. I wasn't prepared. Hold on, I'm adding it. Okay, it's added. I did it.
Who's this Kanan guy?
Yeah, who the fuck is Kanan?
I order.
Kanan.
I order.
Caillou.
Caillou.
Once upon a time lived a lonely woman whose response to all the horrors that lived within her past was to take a mantle, gather those who'd follow, call herself a god, and tell them all to listen while she filled the little voids in their souls with sweet white lies. The call of the blind, a mirrored call of the broken, never lifted, never fine, and never you mind another time. Your call of the blind may be your noose or will be your bind. What happens when the one who placed it is herself sidelined? Every passing thought, every fleeting worry is soothed on time. Wait for your leaders to give marching orders. What occupied your flights of fancy and filled that shriveled husk called your mind shall leak out and be replaced on time. When the ones who made you dance, when the ones who pulled your strings are no more, when we lift the rotted call of darkness and silence, will you see the truth? Can you spot the lies? Will you see the broken windows, see the shattered lives, and hear their mourning cries? Or have your eyes and ears atrophied to dust? cling to futile hopes, call for the one who cannot hear, tearful pleas to deliver you from this new hell. The cat has left its bag, there's no more time for any more lies.
Bree's always giving me a evil look.
Huh? No, I was yeah, I was like, oh. So again, like, I can't say that I hate cello because I do, I love it. And this was sort of that Sweeney Todd sort of vibe. There was a song on there that the lady sings, which was kind of like but this did I feel like it was missing something. Like, it did have the flares towards the end, like at the beginning, right, when the first verse, it was like and it felt kind of like drony. And then when I was like, oh, I'm not so sure about this. But then when it went down to the white la, like, so she extended that, so that sort of popped me back out of like this sort of wavy sort of, not wavy in a like, it's different wavy, but like it just was droning waves kind of thing. And then her character in her voice came out, which was nice around these areas here. And then the same thing sort of happened here, like in the middle, like a character came out and more like she felt more alive. And then again at the end, she felt more alive. But at the same time though, there are these types of songs that are played in movies sometimes where it makes you feel like you're on some kind of nauseous sort of like feeling, you know.
Drug trip.
Yeah, like, yeah, exactly, like a drug trip. Like, you're like,
Basically.
and you're like, oh my god, like
Drunken stupor.
yeah. So as far as that goes, it did that, and there are things like this, but I guess I'm not like, I mean, I do like them because I do love musicals and stuff, and this is that musical vibe. I just think maybe if she had a bit more character, and maybe if it was broken up a little bit here and there, like with a different thing, because maybe one of the verses could have been a bridge instead. Maybe that might have, yeah, I think maybe if one of the verses was a bridge and sung differently entirely, then it would have been really good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is like the first song. It's kind of, I like the weirder stuff to come through, because it does feel more unique after hearing all the stuff that we have. I did like a lot of the model's note choices there as well. There's a tiny bit of falsetto in there, which was really nice. But I guess for the criticism part, the second verse felt a bit like it was like the singer had already said what they thought was the end of it, and then realized there was another 4 or 5 lines after it. Kind of just followed along until the next part of the song showed up. And I guess the melody itself might have been a little repetitive. I think if you could have broken that up with maybe some drums or maybe add some more instruments like a trombone or an accordion. That would have been pretty cool. Or maybe having more falsetto or variation in the voice in later parts of the song. Yeah. Good work, Bree.
My tummy has been like, rah, 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 rah.
Yeah. But yeah, you said that it was 2 months ago. Yeah, you've probably made much better. You've probably already figured out most of the issues anyway for this one. But I did like it.
I think they were saying they've tried, like it might just be one of those songs that just don't want to listen. And I feel your pain on that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll have a song and you just go, all right, it is what it is. It is what it is, and that's all it'll ever be. It's like, I can't. But yeah.
Yeah.
Life, am I right?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I'm getting there.
Reiseblut.
I have added. It is ready to go.
Feel that. Feel that.
Engines roaring, metal beasts arise. Jet fire trails cutting through the sky. Steel-clad thunder rolls through flame. We bring the fire, we stake our name. Radar locked, the signal's green. Soviet towers in our machine. No retreat, no fear tonight. We strike with power, blinding light. Rain of fire, light up the zone. With war and wrath, the steel is thrown. March of the brave, let the flame inspire. We burn the sky with rain of fire. Tanks descend like gods of war. Crushing lines, we break their core. Flak and fire, cities fall. We won't stop till we scorch it all. Satellite sights, the countdown starts. Missile trails drawn like iron hearts. To every call, we stand and fight. Allied might ignite the night. Rain of fire, tear down the line. Let thunder crash in perfect time. From prism blast to sonic wire, we shake the earth with rain of fire. Stand tall, let cannons cry. Command and conquer till we die. Red skies blaze, the flames grow higher. Raise your fist through rain of fire. Of fire. Rain of fire. We make our stand with iron hearts and battle plans. Let no wall, no storm inspire to halt our charge, the rain of fire. Objective secured, mission dominant.
Sounded like possibly it was based on a game or something, but that's only because at the beginning I was thinking it's like actual like war stuff, and then the mission dominant thing made me think, and objective, like this is a song about a game, like one of those war games that people play. As well as I think negatively, like it's got that generic metal voice that we always hear, and it sort of degrades with that voice, like it's sort of like a constant whatever. I don't know if that's maybe just my ears this time, or if it's just because I've heard this when I done a metal song, I heard the same voice come out of one of mine. The lyrics as well sounded a little bit like generated, but that didn't really matter when it came to the chorus, because I actually kind of liked the way that the chorus sounded, and you did a good job breaking it up with the instrumentals as well, so like definitely a plus for that. And yeah. So you gonna say anything?
Yeah, well, sometimes you do really quick ones, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you distract me by saying what I was going to say anyway. I did like the lead into the solo. That was a nice touch. Like we were talking, Bree was talking about the structure, and everything sounding intentional and not really deviating too much from that. And the solo itself. Kudos to you for having a solo that wasn't just full of arpeggios. That is really nice to my ear. I think, obviously degradation got you, and like Bree said, the vocals are very generic. But I don't. The problem with those vocals is, or that genre, is that even in that genre, in real life, a lot of those vocalists tend to sound the same as well. So it'd probably take you a lot of work to get to actually be able to fix that. So it's not really anything on you. It's more on the model. And I guess the outro probably wasn't necessary. It felt like it was kind of just shoehorned in. It didn't feel like it served too much of a purpose. I think the song would have been much more impactful at the end without the talking. Or if it was talking, maybe a lot shorter than that. And I do like the chorus. Chorus is definitely the highlight of it.
Yeah, it had such an interesting hook, so that'll be like the one thing that goes in my head, so really good job on the chorus. My tummy is fucking killing me. Killing me.
Killing you.
By the way, hello Nasty. Welcome to here.
Where are we? We're looking for 7-star. Okay, hold on 1 second.
7-star.
I'm gonna find it.
Away. Away. Away.
I find that even if you're not looking for, like, if you're not prompting for it, sometimes it just takes like 2 or 3 covers to find something interesting.
I also love to get bait.
Get bait, yeah.
Making a joke about bait. I also bait my wife. My wife.
I got a shopping problem, call it therapy chic. Labels on my heels and my aura unique. Cartier glow, that's my kind of flex. Time costs money, baby, cut that check. Gotta give me ice if you trying to skate. Neiman's bag heavy, girl, I levitate. He want a queen, then he better be great. Swipe the Amex, don't you show up late. Champagne flame with the Go-Yard grip. Big talk, slick walk, never slip on drip. Gloss on my lips, got them losing their cool. Class in the sass, yeah, I bend every rule. Flash and finesse with a don't care strut. If the card don't swipe, then I'm calling it cut. knock at my door. I don't chase, I curate the scene. Custom fit life and designer routine. He tryna impress, better come correct. Cause I walk like a deal and I talk like a check. Soft glam face with a mind so sharp. Turn heads in the dark like a glow in the park. No splits in the bills, I don't do halfway. You want this love, gotta slay where I stay. He say I'm extra, I call it refined. Taste so rare, yeah, I redefine. Gold on my name in cursive and bold. A bitch with a crown, better know I don't fold. Champagne flame with the go-yard grip. Big talk, slick walk, never slip on drip. Gloss on my lips, got them losing their cool. Class in the sass, yeah, I bend every rule. Flash and finesse with a don't care strut. If the card don't swipe, then I'm calling it cut. Golden touch with a rhinestone core. Bring the heat or don't knock at my door. It's a high-class hustle, not a game to play. If you ain't first class, better walk away. Luxury laced in the words I say. I shine on my own, now that's hope parlay.
I like the intro, right? And I was thinking, oh yeah. Lyrically, I thought only one of the I think this one was the only verse that I actually liked, except for Glow in the Park, right? Because that was weird. It feels like I'm a really, really white guy. I'm so white, and I'm like appropriating culture. That's what it feels like, and that's never what you want to go for. I don't think it feels a little like weird, right? But then at the same time, there are like, there's been heaps of like chicks in the MySpace time, right? And they would have done this. So this is like typical of early MySpace, like girls that are like, oh, I think I'm so cool, I'm gonna start rapping and stuff and drink alcohol and talk about like stuff like that. And that sort of scene, you know. But as for it now in this year, it does feel very, I'm a white guy appropriating culture. But I did like that verse there. I thought that was good. And I really appreciated the way that it sounded at the beginning, like that meow 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 meow. Yeah, that sounded really cool.
Yeah. I also enjoyed the wow wow wow.
Wows.
Wow wow. It was good. I guess I kind of wish that it was it came back in the build up on the first verse, or maybe the second verse. That would have been good having that in the background while the lady was rapping. I guess the lyrics just feel a little disjointed. I guess they kind of feel a little LLM-y. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I think when you're doing a rap song, sometimes that can, or a hip hop song, sometimes that can take you out of the song itself. And that glow in the park line was a little awkward. I think I mean I'm all for doing a GPT or editing an LLM generated lyric section, but I think at some point you also need to read it a little yourself and listen to it a couple of times just to go, is this something that I would have heard if I'd made this manually? If I heard this on the radio, is this what I'd expect? Yeah, that kind of stuff. Because I know exactly the feeling. You just put in the genre and the lyrics, and you're like, oh yeah, this is banging. And then 3 weeks later you listen to it again, and then you're like, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah, there's so
These
many of
lyrics are
mine
horrible.
that are like that as well, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I have done a disservice to the lyrics, or I've done a disservice to myself by making this, because we all make trash and we're all susceptible to our own shit.
But I absolutely love the intro. Intro is fucking awesome.
Hello, Sparviero. Sparviero?
Oh, yeah.
Sparviero. Sparviero. Hello, hello. Alright.
But yeah, keep that intro. Make something even cooler out of it.
Yeah.
The beat was sick.
Get it, girl, boy,
Yeah.
man, whoever.
Herb.
Gerb. Italy.
Araxis.
City of Breath. Breath City. Breath City, bitch. Breath City, bitch.
I can't do breaths on this microphone. I have sound suppression on.
Ha, ha,
Ah.
ha,
Ah.
ha.
Ah.
Ah. Ah.
Ah.
Ah. Like the little like marmot on the mountain.
I keep my tools in a rusted tray. Glow spores clinging to every edge. You see them swirl, don't you? If this fails tonight, your last breath goes on my tab. Don't move. If your pulse jumps, your feet might float. This city tests our breath, feeds us for every inhale. Exhale. That hiss you hear, it's not just the boiler. These spores once cured a plague. They took Gillette from me instead. Your eyes are flickering like you're halfway gone. I remember that look, her look. Will you save me or let me go? Learning to wield these spores might be our own.
So do mine. I used to have some wired ones and they would get tangled. I'd have to like unwind them and unwrap them and spin them the opposite way.
I'm not a killer, just a surgeon with no license. Cutting corners,
I don't have that problem, but the cord's so long that it ends up getting caught in stuff rather than tangled.
guide my scalpel. I cut to heal, I heal to atone, I atone to keep breathing. Where all air is rationed, I lost Gillette, paying her breath dead. I won't lose you too. Your blood hums just like the city's pipes. Tell me you feel that shift, like the ground wants to swallow us whole. You're not the first I've tried to save, and I wonder if I'm carving new wounds or mending old ones. If you survive this night, promise you'll remember the city breathes with us or devours us alive. You are my last shot at redemption, my only way to atone for failing her. Somewhere in this fog, Jaylee's ghost is watching, still asking, still here, still. Still waiting for me to forgive myself. Like these hands could ever be clean again.
Or these Maxwell Wasabi limited edition. Are they green like wasabi? I just use my Corsairs. They're like unplugged and stuff. So I don't have to bother with the
I've just got
cord.
my Audio Technica 8500X.
Every city,
Yeah.
10 million and the latest model. Thank you. I don't know. Like, I loved that this was experimental as well, like that it's like different, because there is a lot going on. I noticed that he pronounces her name different a few times, like it's Jelle, then it's Jaylee, then it's Jelle. So it loses that inconsistency of like, who the hell are we actually talking about?
No, I don't think it pronounced it as I suck ass.
But like Araxis has done really good things. I think this sort of fell off a little bit. There wasn't enough like character in his voice. Like, he's just like some edgy dude that's going around possibly cutting people up. And losing his like sort of self as he's like being opened up to all this dark stuff, but his voice was just the same all the way through. Kind of grating, gnawing kind of feeling. So it was like I couldn't vibe with any like or empathize or have any emotion towards him, and that felt kind of like lost to me. I wish I'd like there was more character in his voice again, but I do love and appreciate the creativeness of it, and that you had like some idea and some set plan of how it was going to be, and that it was different from what we usually hear. You know, it's good to hear someone messing around and trying something new. I don't know if it like so you've done a lot of stuff like this as well, I think, but this wasn't like your best. But I mean, keep doing things like this and you'll find gems here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just gotta collect my thoughts a little bit. I mean, obviously I'm gonna bring up the comment I always make. The lyrics, I mean not the lyrics, the voice is a bit generic. I don't know if you could have fixed it though, because I think every time I've heard this kind of moody electronic music, that voice comes up. I don't know if that's because the people that are using more unique vocals just don't make this sort of stuff.
There's a bird in the background.
But that it would have been nice. It would have been nice to have a different voice for that. And the vibe is definitely good. Maybe it's a little drony towards the end. There's not really many dynamics in there. That might be the intention though, because a lot of this music tends to sound like that. And lyrically, the world building is really nice. I like the storytelling. There were a few lines that felt a little off, like the line "fees us for every inhale." It feels like you were trying to just look for a different word, and it didn't feel like you might have understood the context. That did feel a little strange. And I think there's a line that says, "Am I carving new wounds or mending old ones?" It feels like maybe that particular bit, there's just too many syllables, and I was having trouble keeping rhythm. But that might have been intentional as well, because it's a story song. And I guess the nitpicky stuff. There's a line towards the end that says, that ends with "my only way to atone," and in the lyric box you've stopped it there, but in the vocals it actually says "for failing her" at the end. So maybe you could add that into the lyric box. Hey.
All right.
You're just honing your craft.
Crafting the homes.
You'll get there. That's what this whole stream's about, improvement. That's why people who have already improved were just like, Yeah, there's not really anything I can say. And
More
then we just completely
synth.
break apart.
All the synth. Too many synth.
Yeah, too many synth. We try not to be synth, but instead we just end up repeating ourselves.
Yeah. Ah,
It's a spiky, spiky,
Spike,
bit of
spike,
a
spike,
spiky,
spike,
spiky, spiky.
justice on ice. Justice, 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 justice.
Maybe.
He just screamed at me.
Black boots at the border wall, chaining the dreamers, grab them all, separate families, cage the kids, no due process, just racist pigs. Law ignored and rights erased, every clause is now misplaced, system rigged, bottom to top, exported in mass to sea. Cut! Skip the trial, skip the plea, ship them fast, unseen, unfree. Truth is dying, the land of the free, while the world watches live on TV. Brutality, brutality, human rights, a casualty. Scared kids cry, no clarity, torn from homes. Is that democracy? Due process gone, no accountability. No, no, no. No due process, no court dates, illegal extradition, but what's their fate? No respect of law, no fair state, ripped from their homes by the hands of hate. They say go back with flags in hand while building fences on stolen land. Justice isn't blind, but she's been paid, and every judge is now afraid. I still serve, they dominate, their mandate to incriminate. They feed the lies and legislate, and turn your fear into more hate. First they came for the migrants, and you said nothing. Then the protesters, and you said nothing. Then the poor, the sick, but queer, and you said nothing. When they came for you, no one was left to hear.
So, I was going to say, actually, this is really good, right? I just am not a fan at all of the hook at the beginning. When I heard this, I was like, oh, this is going to be bad, and I don't want to do it to him, right? And then the verse came in, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, okay. And then I was like, I hope I don't hear that again. And then I did, and I was like, oh. This one was better than the first one. Still kind of like eh. And then I heard it again at the end and I was like because this breakdown was already so like distorted and like choppy, like with that like voice, where I was like, ah. But I loved like the bridge, the verse here, and this chorus and all that. It was fine. It was kind of good as well, because the way I was like in it, you know. I was like, yeah, I was feeling it. I was vibing with it. Just if I was like someone going through the songs, right, trying to find songs that I like, if I heard this on the front page and I was like, oh nah, I'd skip it immediately, because the beginning section, and that's probably what a lot of people might do as well. They might just bypass it because of the hook not being hooky enough, you know? It's more like you're just being yelled at by a robot violently, and
yeah,
the rest of it was really good though. I definitely appreciated it.
So I'll mostly judge it on song quality as well. The bit after the second hook, I really enjoyed the bit after the second hook where there was like this electronic instrumental. That was really nice. I actually kind of like bopped a little to it. It was a really nice change after everything before. I think the verse after that though kind of falls apart phonetically. It must have just like been giving you some grief at that point. And obviously degradation is a bit of an issue. I don't think you could have helped that. It looked like it was doomed from the start. The hook as well, I kind of agree with Bree on this one. The hook isn't very hooky. Like, it doesn't hook me in. It just sounds like someone screaming at me.
Yeah. I'm just being violated.
And like I'm sorry, I'm being really, really picky here. I'm trying to be as constructive as possible, so I kind of write all the constructive criticism ahead of time, so I end up saying a lot. Ending goes way too long.
Yeah, it felt like maybe I was gonna say something about that too, right? Like I felt like that I was expecting, because I didn't know that this was a bridge, right? Because after that there's like this really nice melody that comes in somewhere here, like before, yeah, somewhere here it comes in, and I was expecting another bridge, but in a much more softer, quieter voice, like a melodic, like dude being like, and this is the final bridge and I'm gonna wrap it up.
Wait, what was that? The final countdown.
Well, no, like, and this is like this is a bridge section, but like this is the real bridge, and we're gonna wrap it up here, and then it's gonna end and fade. Like I was expecting that because of those like melodies that was coming in at that point.
And the elephant in the room, so to say, it's, I think, I mean, I guess if you're using Suno as like a general political platform, that's okay. But if you're trying to make a song that has some form of appeal, you need to be a lot more vague.
You've said that
you can't
before.
You can't be
times,
directly.
so.
No, well, I've only said it once
Mm.
with another political song.
Yeah. Well.
And I'll repeat it because it needs to be vague. Direct political references just do not work. They usually get laughed off the internet in like outside of Suno. So yeah, I think if you're gonna just put political music on Suno, go ahead. But if you're gonna ever move outside, probably just make it more appealing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I definitely reckon you could do something with this. You should send it to me in my DMs and let me listen to it again and see if like we can come up with a way to like fix it somehow. Because I do like, there's parts in there that I'm like, yes, if this can be like fixed, then yes. Yes. Yes.
Ah. Okay, I thought I was gonna stay there forever. Okay.
Axolotl.
Axe of God.
Axolotl god. Axolotl god.
Axo.
Oh.
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 Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the greatest show, where dreams get chewed up and nightmares grow. You're walking tall or you're falling fast. No matter how tough you are, this shit won't last. Better watch your back, don't sleep too deep, cause the world will fuck you raw while you count sheep. Bend, baby, bend, there's no escape. Pretty face of iron mind, still crushed by fate. Think you smart, think you strong, nah, you're just late. This game don't love you, it just breeds hate. If I don't break you, the world surely will. Swallow your pride like a bitter pill. A smile's a weapon, a hug's a knife, and every step's another fight for life. Welcome to the real, where the worst gets worse. Life's a twisted ride in a dirty hearse. Slap on your armor, but kiss it goodbye, cause the world's got bullets aimed right at your sky. Yeah, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the real fight. You say it's faster now, but it's the same old pain. History's rinse cycle, just a quicker train. Scroll, tap, cry, a dopamine dive, but no one really knows what it means to survive. Your heroes are dead, they rot in the feed. Your saints are fake, bought out by greed. Preach all you want about love and care, but first sign of blood, they're never there. You build your walls, you fake your smile, but the world's got teeth, it bites in style. You pray for peace, but it's dressed in war, and every dream's just a bleeding sore. Welcome to the real, where the worst gets worse. Life's a twisted ride in a dirty hearse. Slap on your armor, but kiss it goodbye, cause the world's got bullets aimed right at your sky. Yeah, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the real fight. If man truly wanted, he could break his chains, but he builds them stronger, feeds his own flames. I see, I know, I scream, I pray, but maybe, just maybe, I know nothing anyway. Welcome to the real, where mercy's a myth. A stage of glass and a blade for a gift. Stand tall, fall hard, the ending's the same. Another broken soul in a godless game. Yeah, welcome, welcome to the final fight.
Well, that ended a bit strange there. I was gonna say I like the ahs, right? But the chorus itself didn't sound like a chorus. Neither did the pre-chorus. Nothing really sounded like it was meant to sound. Because the chorus kind of sounds like the pre-chorus just sounds like another verse, right? Extra verse, and the chorus sounds like this is the verse, and then this is the pre-chorus. So like I wasn't sure where we were, because like I mean obviously I was reading, so I knew where we were, but it didn't feel like it flowed right with that, the way that's sounding, not like, you know, because there was no build to it. It just, everything just kept going and there was no breaking up. But that being said, like I did like the ahs. I think just if that was the pre-chorus, right, and then you went into your chorus, that would have been really good. And have the chorus be very melodic, so like they're just kind of only a couple words and they're and flowing like very nicely, and like something like maybe like 4-syllable word or something, not four syllable sentence, so like taking over me, and then another thing like da 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 da, and then da da da, and then again, and then your next verse. That would have been really, really interesting. And then maybe a fade at the end there as well. But yeah, what did you think?
So you pretty much just said most of what I was gonna say anyway.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I kind of agree. The chorus doesn't sound like a chorus until the very, very end. The welcome bit. I mean, that bit is really good. That's really cool. I like that one. I think maybe towards the bridge or at the bridge, you could have tried to make it so that maybe the instrument's completely cut out, or maybe the melody changed, because that would have been a perfect time to break it up. But it feels like it kind of just kept having the same flow and same rhythm in general. So it would have been nice to hear like a breakup somewhere in there. It does kind of have the like the 2000s rap sort of vibe to it as well. Like when rappers were still trying to find the image, because rap had only been out for like 2 decades or something, and they were still trying to find their niche and evolve. So the words aren't necessarily, I guess you would say, up to date with current stuff. There's a bit of LLM energy as well, which any other song is usually okay, but with rap, you know, you kind of want to show your lyrical skills. You kind of want to take yourself out there and show that you're the best, and going to LLMs doesn't usually help. But I think that's basically it. Yeah, I like the end of the chorus itself now. So maybe if you could find some use for that end chorus or that melody, that would be great. Like it's still a solid track.
Alright. And round we go. Aya! Aya!
Yeah. Yeah, it's enjoyable. Goodbye.
Definitely as well for people who do like it, because everyone's going to have different interests. So if you do love it and like it and want to hear it again, you can go back and in your own time listen to it and add it to your own playlist.
Yeah, I make the playlist and then I separate it in another channel, so you can just go straight to the song itself.
Is there a room for improvement playlist that I've added?
I don't know, but yeah, don't feel too bad if we say anything negative about the track. Like this is a kind of like an in-between stream. We want to listen to stuff, we want to react positively, but we also want to try and even things out a bit and try and find ways to improve over time. Yeah. So we might be harsh at some point, but eventually we'll figure it out. And then get in trouble like a certain person every time we say they've done good, and then they're like, "Oh, I hate this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave the stream."
All right. Yeah, we
if the feedback gets too harsh, so let us know.
I think sometimes we might do a bit too much. Like I think you go a bit more.
I go on a tangent.
Yeah, you go on a tangent. Yeah, because I'm trying to do good, bad, and be quick about it, because I don't want to linger on someone's song, because then it'll feel like we're just picking specifically on them. And if we're not like equally picking on everyone hardcore, right? Then we're just picking one person and beating them up.
I'll bully everyone equally next time.
Yeah, bully everyone equally, or bully everyone like in a way where it's like, this was good and this was shit. All right, thanks, bye, next. But yeah. Okay.
And also, like my profile shows up. If you find you're insulted, fucking go nuts on my songs. Criticize the shit out of it in comments.
Yeah, Jordan likes being shit on. Being shit in his pants.
Yeah, shit in my pants.
Wish you were here. I'm haunted by memories, drowning in guilt and fear. Why couldn't I protect you? Why did you have to go? Questions unanswered, the pain continues to grow. Gone too soon, I still feel you in the quiet. The world kept moving, but I stay frozen. Wish you could hear me now. You left without a sign. The world just stopped. I still wait for your voice in quiet rooms. Some days I breathe, some days I
What?
can't. I should have seen it in your eyes, but I didn't know
So different.
how deep it went.
Remind me to go back to that.
Yeah.
We were just kids with wide open eyes, hiding in the attic, laughing in the summer rain. You were my mirror, my little brother, but so often you made me feel stronger. Late night talks that never had to end, shared our dreams like they were real. I never thought your time would stop. 17 and the world stood still. I walked through days with your shadow close. Everything's different, but it's you I miss the most. Your seat at the table's empty. I still wait for a sign, a sound, just to feel your weight. I hear you laugh in the silence sometimes, but it fades like a dream slipping through the night. I keep your hoodie on when it gets cold, trying to hold on to what I can't control. You left without a sign. The world just stopped. I still wait for your voice in quiet rooms. Some days I breathe, some days I can't. I should have seen it in your eyes, but I didn't know how deep it went. The pain fades, but I still feel you here, in every memory, in every tear. You live on in the moments we shared. I'll keep you with me though you're no longer there. I'll keep you with me, always, brother, always.
Yeah, okay, so you look on the chat on the right hand side, there's a Discord link. And you join that Discord and then you post it in the stream submissions channel, and then it gets randomized every 2 days, so every time we stream, and the list gets purged on a Monday.
Yeah.
And we start again.
VJSYHGFRJG?
Oh no, see, that's probably my fault. I'll fix that next stream.
Yeah, I think that's an R.
Because Bree hasn't changed it in the description, so you'll probably get a
No, I thought I did change it in the description,
invite.
didn't I?
I'm looking at it. It's got the old link.
Oh, okay. Well, don't use that one. Just type it down manually with the one in the comment. If you have to put the link, and put the link.
See if I can.
Because my YouTube video itself should have the new one, I'm pretty sure. I thought. I don't know. Yeah, so this, it felt good at the beginning, right? And then as it went into this section, because there's no commas and no like, I mean there is commas, but you haven't like put the line on the next line, and because there's just so much and it's not broken up, He kind of just goes abba dabba dabba abba dabba 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 dabba, and so it loses its connection that like you can have with it, sort of thing. It felt like a lot that he was kind of
You were here. I'm haunted by memories, drowning in guilt and
like it was going good at the beginning, right? Because he does the da 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 da, like, and then it kind of starts to like as if someone's got a gun to him and they're like forcing him to be a bit quicker. So he starts sort of pacing his singing up a little bit faster, and then he'll be singing, and then the next line comes in immediately, and then he'll be singing, and then it's slow, and then the next line comes in immediately, and I feel like it needed a few more pauses in between and spaces, so that I could feel more connected to it. That would have been a little bit nicer. There was a little thing in there, I don't know if that was intentional. It sounds like he's going like somewhere near the minute mark.
Oh, that's what you were getting me. See, I didn't even hear it.
didn't know how deep it went.
Wow.
Quiet room, some days I breathe.
Yeah, sometimes I breathe. Like, I don't know if that was intentional, but that just sounded a little cheesy, silly. But you know, each to their own, I guess. What did you think anyway?
So the intro really pulled me in. I don't know if you said that. It's nice and melodic. It's got a bit of space in it. And then the starts to like fall off a little bit, and then there's like a little cheap synth acoustic that pops up that kind of keeps it going, keeps the interest going. The one criticism I would have is that because of the repetitiveness of the rap, if you could have made the second chorus actually, no, not either. If you made the second chorus a lot stronger and a lot more emotional, and then follow it up with the outro, that would have really helped it a lot, because it doesn't. The same energy is going through the chorus to the outro, and it doesn't feel like a conclusion. It kind of just flows to its death.
I was gonna say as well, if he did this part, instead of saying quiet, if you said here with me, like, and I still feel you here with me, and then the world can't move, like, sort of, that would have been nice if he could do that.
I do like the vocal. Kind of has can't remember what vocalist it was. It was the Kid Laroi. Like, I kind of hear like a bit of Kid Laroi in there, which was really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why, like, at the beginning, I felt more emotion than at the end, right? But as he starts to sort of build up and sort of like rush almost, and pacing his steps as though he's like running or trying to.
If it's your first rap song, then it's a good one. And the more you make, the better you get. So.
Yeah.
Okay, shall we roll that wheel?
Wheel.
Pick a chair. With a very long title.
Midnight Receipt. Innovision 2025 Japan.
別になかったけど Just needed air and maybe some silence
We're doing 12 today?
Yes.
Okay, so one
So
more after this.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many submissions we'd get in that time frame.
また一人でわーわーわースリッパの音パタパタパタセブンのネオまたチカチカ財布の中コインしかない信号がになるの待ってたたい焼き買おうかなでも高いな皿小池っぱなしだったなって思いながらもポキギのコンビニドアオープンいらっしゃいませほっとすのなんでだろうまた寝てラジの前迷ったまま君の好みバタ覚えてるのにバニラにするって言えなくて後ろの列だけども進むピピってなってはいどうも今日もテンションゼロだろ夜中コンビニすっぴんで買うのはまたおにぎりだけやばやばやばみこんな生活笑えんなレシートなんか過ぎバカじゃんピピピピまだなってんの財布どこ記憶ないぞ夜明け前のアイスコーナーなぜかここが一番重いクソクソクソだわマジで何してんだ自分とか言ってまた来ちゃうやんやばやばやばみこんな生活笑えんなレシートなんか過ぎバカじゃん
Huh?
帰り道
I might have messed myself up for a second there. Accidentally dragged my thing.
マスクの下全部バレてるコンビニだからで人生持ち帰り
I don't know what that ending was. That was wild. It was different, and then I was like, ah, and then that that was really interesting. Actually, I love this. It flowed well as well, and it had that interesting sort of middle section. Like a video clip, right? And they're like on the phone to each other, and the part before that as well was really fucking little beats. Like fucking top class, top tier. This is really good.
Yeah.
That's all I can say about that. And the only other thing I can say is just get out of here and get on the top shelf, you son of a bitch. It was really good. I loved it.
See, we were talking earlier about people that have improved so much that we end up just repeating ourselves over and over again. And I think this is one of the people.
Mm.
Obviously it wasn't translated. I ended up translating it myself while I listened to it. There's some interesting lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like very, very casual, very like everyday, just buying stuff at the convenience store with a friend.
Really?
It's nice, yeah.
That's the premise of it, just going to the convenience store?
Yeah. And then something about things being emo, if that was if that was the correct translation. But yeah, I really like the beat. I got reminded of Arno. She's the most recent popular artist, isn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, she doesn't have, obviously the vocalist on this song doesn't have the same voice that Arno has, but same vibe. It was really nice. I can't really say anything wrong with it except for the outro being real strange. So the Suno Vision song, I hope that gets really high.
Yeah.
Yeah. You better win them $250,000 credits.
And good
You
work.
fuck.
Good work. You Fuck. Fuck. Yeah, good job, good job. Very proud of you. Proud of you. Proud of you.
And what do we got? What we got?
Anga bunga. Anga bunga. Anga bung. Anga bunga. Anga bunga. Anga bunga. And it's funny, right? Because the picture is the Unga Bunga and it ends on the Unga Bunga. And there was no no way of knowing that it was going to end on that one. Coincidental.
Let go, minimum, got me come from long before time. You're not ready for me, prehistoric rhyme. Here in land, the wind blows strong. From our lungs, we breathe a song. Strong wind come from east. Strong wind come from west. Strong wind come from sky. Blow my loincloth high. I said, hey, way, yo. We cavemen in the land before time. We blow the wind through the chime. Hey, ooh-ah, dro, shame, ooh-ah. The wind crashed through big sky. We always reaching so high. Up in the sky, in the big blue sky. Sun rise up, moon go sleep. Breeze blow up from the deep. Trees they shake, dust go fly. Winded shearing through the eye. Hey, maka hua, it building power, it building speed. Soon all plant will spread the seed. Lay, loud, pukaliti, oh, pukaliti. The heat it rise, subdue the wind. The bugs they go high for a spin. Hey, I'll took a lady, oh, look a lady. Hi, we cavemen in the land before time. We blow the wind through the chime. Oh, hey, ooh-ah, dro, shame, ooh-ah. The wind crashed through big sky. We always reaching so high. Up in the sky, in the big blue sky. Way, cutting through clouds through the mountaintop. Passing between the crowds. Oh, the wind finds a way through each and every day. Wind be hot, wind be cold. Cavemen, we so bold. Can make our own wind with our voices. Fate, it weaves with many choices in the land before.
Yeah, it's called burping.
Long before. We cavemen in the land before time. We blow the wind through the chime. Oh, hey, ooh-ah, dro, shame, ooh-ah. The wind crashed through big sky. We always reaching so high. Up in the sky, in the big blue sky. We go.
Oh no, I did it too late.
You're just driving to the outro.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
This was like so many different cultures rolled into one. Like it was Jamaican at the beginning. When he was saying the verse, like his voice was like this part. He was doing the Jamaican, right? And then there was like Native Indians somewhere towards the ending, sort of sound. And then there was also Hawaiians, and then there was also like, I guess your average American Ungabungas, and then some
American Unga Bungas existed.
Yeah. And then you got your like Aboriginal Unga Bungas with the instruments and stuff. And then like whatever you would call like the extra other stuff. Mouth harping and all that stuff, and with the flute. And then I was like, it almost was like the what do you call them, the merry men or whatever. They came in and they were like, we also happen to be Unga Bungas of this time, and we're gonna sit here and Pied the Piper kind of situation, like while you guys do your Unga Bunga. And they're like, we don't even know, like we're just a big group of everyone, like we got people from all over the world, all different Unga Bungas together under one sky, sharing the same campfire as we sing.
Unga Bunga.
So it was
Yeah.
it was very different to hear different things and different voices and different people and different style.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so I was talking about Artemis having a song that wasn't in trending that should have been. I think this should have been in trending. Obviously not for quality,
Yeah, because it's probably not,
but
to be fair.
it's original, and it, like, structural issues aside, I was bopping along the whole time. Like, even with the repetitive drum beat, I was still interested in the song, like, well into it.
I think
Even when it soloed twice.
I think again, like I don't know if I like the ones that he makes with lyrics in them. I prefer them just as noise and like a sort of vibe.
I mean, if you could get a good bunga voice,
just a couple
and
of
persona
bungas,
it, that'd be great.
but
Or
not
like
full words.
maybe spell it differently so that it forcibly says something stupid.
See, I don't like to hear my bungas speak because they didn't have that intellectual like knowledge. They would have just spoken in the grunts and the ugs. So like, if you could find a way to creatively create words, right, and form sentences in ugs and ergs and barg and erg bargarg for it to sound like they're speaking or trying to sing, but only in noise and grunts, then that would be really interesting. I would probably like love that.
Yeah, it was a pleasant distraction. That's why I kind of went on trending. You need songs that are original and songs that are good. Sorry, I think that was like a bit of a psychological slip there. Songs that are original to break up the usual people that come up there.
Yeah.
Come up there, go up there.
Unga Beatmaster though, he's created
he's
made stuff much better than this. Like he's got some really good Unga
He got some
Bungas.
real ungas. Yeah.
And he's worth checking out for sure for those
Definitely check him out.
traditional Unga Bunga.
Yeah.
Unga
Is
Bunga
anyone
beat.
doing ungas at the moment?
Well, yeah, that we know of.
We need more ungas. Just like grind is there for hard style, Unga Beatmaster is for pure unga.
The Bunga Bunga.
A bunga bunga.
He's
Yeah, give him some love. Give him some real bungas.
instead of the bee's knees, he's the Bunga Nungas. Bunga Nunga. That sounds funny. Alright, so do you have a song for us to listen to of yours?
I mean, I guess either my newest or one of my failures.
Alright, you want to send that to me?
I guess so.
Alright. Let's go.
Late night
Hello.
dreaming, she'll be waiting
Bungas.
in my bed. No more pretend we're in too deep. What's the difference? Hearts and roses in my head. She said, hold me close. It's hard to let go. You don't understand, baby, I've been waiting so long. All these other girls, they don't do it like you do. You don't understand, baby, I've been waiting so long.
Oh yeah?
You don't
Nice.
understand, baby, I've been waiting so long. All these other girls, they don't do it like you do. You don't understand, baby, I've been waiting so long. All these other girls, they don't do it like you do. You don't understand, baby, I've been waiting so long. All these other girls, they don't do it like you do. Cause I've been waiting lately for
Balls.
someone like you, baby. Everything you are, I bottle in these jars.
Wait.
You will never see that you're the only one for me. You don't understand, baby, I've been waiting so long. All these other girls, they don't do it like you do. You don't understand, baby, I've been waiting so long. All these other girls, they don't do it like you do.
Wait.
Yeah.
That sucked. What the fuck is that? Why would you put it on the street?
Someone asked me if I'm VTubing with blackface. Yeah, man. Always. Ahaha. Alright. Let's do a little bit of this. Do a little sneaky peeky of this Unga Junga. Yeah, she does it different in his butt.
Yeah, interesting. Yes.
Like
Yes, we are.
Caveman's first dubstep.
Yeah.
And for more, you must go and check it out. Spoiler. Check
Yeah,
out the
so everything that
rest
wasn't played on the wheel, like, provided I could remember, because it's a lot of stuff to remember, you'll have a more weighted decision next time.
Yes.
So if we add another, like, 30 or 40 songs in that time, you'll at least have a higher chance.
Okay, so I will play this one and show you what burps and farts sound like, I guess. If you've heard it, cool. If you haven't, here it is again. And again, I cannot stress this enough. If you listen to it, please wear headphones, because this has like that sort of sound where it travels around your ears and head. So for a much more audio pleasing experience, listen to it in headphones.
Opus.
Help us.
Help me. I'm dying. Yeah, I had this like kind of idea for it that when I was listening to it, I was like, oh, that sounds interesting, and so I kept editing it, and I was like, I want it to be in the sort of direction that like there's a machine and there's like a ghost demon in it, like this guy, and he's like sucking the spirits out of people, and they're like basically their human body is left as an empty husk, and their souls are trapped in this machine, so they're like warping in and out of existence, like all these different people like screaming for help and trying to push through the machine walls kind of thing, through the data, as they're like being like, help, you know, like bring us out, we're trying to get back to our bodies, but they can't. And that's why like you hear fear as well in there, and then you hear like help us. So like, you know, every now and again there's like people trying to come through, and they're more and more audible, but then sometimes they're not, and they're fading back into the distance because they're stuck in this sort of shadow realm kind of thing. It's a weird vibe, but yeah, it's different, and I was trying to go for something different, and I didn't think that I was gonna get it, because the fucking genre is burp experimental fart. So yeah, that was funny. It was funny to make. Had a good time with it. So yeah. And again, if you guys were on the lists or made it to a playlist in general, good work. If you didn't, better luck next time.
You did work for that? Yeah, well, it wasn't random at all.
People are actually doing some good things, and it's good to see that people are like sort of opening that creative section of their brain and expanding a bit more. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss, but keep it open, keep being creative, and yeah, thank you for letting us listen to your songs as always, and we love and appreciate you, and continue to bear with us as things change, evolve in the stream, and so on and so forth. And yeah, don't forget to take care, and don't take too many, so we need them, and shit in Jordan's pants, because he's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a wonderful time.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. He is the Bree. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You could put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. He is the Bree. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You could put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. He is the Bree. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You could put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. He is the Bree. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You could put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. He is the Bree. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You could put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. He is the Bree. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You could put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. He is the Bree. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear. You could put the panda into the bear. Beauty is the breed. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear, but you could put the panda into the bear. Move your hands up for the pink blue bear we call Bree. Yeah. And let your inner beast scream. He is the Bree. The Bree is a bear. Can't take the grizzly out of the bear.